Now, I know I mentioned in my channel announcement video last week that this week I will be sharing my review for the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin, but then it occurred to me that I haven't filmed my favorite tag video this year, which is a travesty because you all know how much I love freaking out about the media freakout tag. And although I haven't done as much reading this year as I would have liked, I've still done enough to talk about some of the books I've read, which is perfect when you consider the fact that I'm not really doing monthly wrap-ups anymore on my channel, so this totally works. So yeah, let's get to the media freakout tag. So, first question, best book you've read so far? Like I stated at the start of this video, I haven't really read a lot this year, but in the little number of books I've read, hands down the best book I've read so far has to be A Master of Jinn by P. Djeli Clark. It hits all the beats and has all the things I love. Sapphic representation, it has magic and jinns, takes place in Egypt, explores European colonization and an alternate history where things come to a halt with the discovery of jinns and what that would mean for Europe. There's a ministry of magic, there's alchemical studies, badass women, amazing fight scenes, a thorough exploration of jinn lore which was magnificent, and there's also the calling out of Europeans and them not being able to help themselves with dabbling in arts that they have no business with and dealing with the repercussions of that. Scrumptious, absolutely scrumptious. Can't wait for the rest of the books in the series. Next question is best sequel you've read so far. This was actually quite difficult for me because I was torn between choosing a sequel I'd reread because interestingly enough, although I had a ton of sequels on my shelves, I haven't gotten around to them. But then I realized that I could also add manga to my consideration, and that opened the floodgates because you see, every volume that came after volume 1 of The Promised Neverland was an absolute banger. The way the children of Gracefield had me biting my nails, the way each subsequent volume revealed more about the world and also upped the stakes, the way these books had me bawling like a baby, my heart, my sweet, sweet heart. God, of course it has to be The Promised Neverland by Kiyu Shurai and Posuka Demizu for this question. Spectacular. Third question, new release you haven't read yet but want to. For this I have to go with The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. I mean, it's a gender-bent Aladdin retelling with a girl who smuggles and deals with illegal magic, a jinn bodyguard with secrets, 2 princes, an asshole king who was willing to do anything to save his kingdom, including sacrificing all jinns, and it has my soul and spirit tingling. I can't wait to read this book. It's going to be an experience. I can feel it in my left tit. Next is most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and this is, and is anyone surprised at this? It has to be The World We Make by N.K. Jemisin, which is the second book in A Great Cities duology, the book that picks up from where we left off in The City We Became, which we all know was that book for me. I wanted to marry it. I wanted to be its babies. If you think that Dina Oriada would have sold a spleen to find out how the rest of the story would end after she finished The City We Became, wouldn't have The World We Make as her most anticipated book of 2022, I don't know if you know me at all because duh, I need to know what happens next. The fifth question is biggest disappointment, and honestly I'm going to have to go with Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid because honestly, when a book pushes me to drink with just how inane the characters are acting, then they are more of a disappointment than I was when I showed up to my grandmother's place with way more tattoos and piercing than she expected to inform her that I had no interest in marrying a man or having children. What was this colossal mess of a book? Between Kiley Reid turning her black characters into walking stereotypes that weren't properly fleshed out, and before you go, oh, she did that to everybody. No, she did not. Alix's friends had more personality than Amira's, which made no sense. And don't get me started on how the story was resolved or wasn't. I know she tried to play it off that Amira grew as a character, but I didn't see it. Also, no 2-year-old talks like that. Let's all be honest. I saw the reviews for Such a Fun Age and assumed that it was going to be a great read. My mistake. I should have remembered that reviews are subjective and some people would love books I hate, just like others would hate books I absolutely adore. Such a Fun Age though, I had zero fun reading that book. Actually, I had some fun. I was drunk off my ass. Then we have the biggest surprise, and honestly, definitely The Sword of Kaigen by ML Wang. When my Patreon chose it as our body read, I had no expectation for it, and was absolutely surprised and blown away by just how much fun I had reading this book. Even the world building that a lot of people found tedious, I enjoyed. Did I squint a lot when ML Wang was describing time? Yeah, I did. Did I cock my head a lot when she dropped random Japanese terms in her book? Yeah, I did. Did my mouth drop open when she had the gall to do that, to go there, to have me absolutely raw and devastated? Yeah. Did I enjoy every moment of the ride that was the book? Oh, absolutely. 7th question is favorite new author, and I know there are so many debut authors, but like I said, I haven't really done much reading this year so far, but I will go with ML Wang, because any author that is ballsy enough to make me gasp that loud and deciding that she's going to kill your little darlings literally, wow, just wow. She had me shooketh, and I was smiling through my tears as I realized that this woman has taken my soul. Then there's newest fictional crush, and you all know I love me women who can kill me with a thought or a little blood work. So if anyone surprised that Misaki, mother of Mamoru, married into the Matsuda household with her unbreakable blade hidden beneath the floorboards, who spends years burying her spirit, her soul, her hunger, her abilities, her desires deep within her until the day her family is in danger and she explodes, killing with her sword and blood work, wrapped in the rage and the pressing desire to keep everyone she knows and loves safe. Misaki, love, step on my throat! Please, gods, I love that woman. She deserves better. She deserves me. See replay, I can be a better boyfriend than him. I could be a better boyfriend than him. I could do the shit that he never did. 9th question is newest favorite character, and definitely my girl Emma from The Promised Neverland, or as she's sometimes called, Antenna. I love every bit of her, from her spirit to her idealism, to how big her heart is, to her refusal to die, to her wanting to save everyone, even her enemies, to her persistence, to that bit of her hair that just refuses to lay down and defies gravity. Kind of like the way she defies the world she was born into. I love her. I love my darling girl, my heart. She's remarkable and just an ideal I want to aspire to. Emma! Then there's the book that made you cry, and honestly, still The Sword of Kaigen. That scene, and nobody would know that he was the youngest to master the Whispering Blade until his brother did. I was destroyed. I still am. Gods, that book. I cried. I still cry thinking about it. Definitely The Sword of Kaigen. Book that made you happy. I will cheat here because I will instead mention a chapter, the most recent chapter, actually the most recent chapters of One Piece. I grinned so wide. It is an ending that we've been looking forward to since we first met Kinemon and Momonosuke in Punk Hazard. In fact, since we actually started One Piece, and that we get to see this joy. If you're not following One Piece, you probably won't have any idea what I'm talking about, but joy! Eiichiro Oda is just brilliant. Arigato, Oda Sensei. Then the penultimate question is most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. And ooh, this is hard because I've gotten some stunning books this year, but I think I'll have to go with The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie Ho, because this book is stunning. I don't even think the camera really captures the beauty of this book. There's so much detailing that the camera just won't catch unless you're holding it in your hands. Stunning. Fairy Loot went all the way with this copy. Spectacular. And finally, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And honestly, I want to read all the books. The World We Make, The Stardust Thief, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I still haven't read yet, Bloodskion, Nina Lecour's Yeba Buena, Kaikei, Daniel Black's Don't Cry For Me. I still want to read Zoraida Cordova's The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina. There's still Iron Widow that I need to read in the next couple of weeks. My list is long and endless, and I won't have it any other way. But yeah, that's my media freakout tag. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the last people to do this tag, so I don't know what else to tag, but if you haven't done this tag yet, then consider this me tagging you. If you like this video, please like it, right? Drop a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing. Share this video, it would help. I still want to see if I can hit 10K this year, but every time I post a video, I lose subscribers. But still, a girl can dream. I'll be back same time next Wednesday with my Broken Earth Trilogy review. See you then. Bye.